Oh my God, Thomas!
Yeah,
what do you do? What do you do when you offer, when you have to beat an offer of $65 billion to buy the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and all the other crap that Fox has? What do you do if you're Disney?
I don't know. What do you do?
You give them $71.3 billion and say, suck a dick, dumb shit!
Billion.
Oh my God!
With a B.
It happened!
Is it cash or stock or both?
It's both. Cash, stock, deal. They outbid them. And honestly, their stocks are much better than what Comcast was offering in the first place, because cash is cash, but I mean, stocks they can go up, and honestly, Disney's doing pretty well right
You know
now.
what else is gonna happen as soon as they get the MCU with the X-Men and Fantastic Four? Those stocks are gonna go way up. So does that mean like the people at Fox like have like part of their stocks now or whatever?
Yeah,
And
I
so
think so.
they're just gonna get money forever. Is that what it is, or like what? How does this work? I'm not
Let's see here. We're reading this up on Mac Rumor.
Rumors. It's by like McDonald's, you know.
Yeah. And then, okay, so additional Fox Disney deal states the Fox shareholders will be able to receive their considerations in the form of cash or stock, subject to 50-50 proportion. Yeah.
We are professionals.
50-50 proportion. The updated deal will comes. Okay, so the updated deal comes 6 months after Disney first announced its intent to acquire certain parts of 20th Century Fox, including 20th Century Fox film and television studios, Fox-related cable and international TV businesses, and Fox's 30% stake in Hulu. Yeah, 30% stake in Hulu, among other assets.
Good job.
Yeah, among other assets. Oh my gosh. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff.
Okay,
that's everything.
Here's what I'm wondering. Okay, here's what I'm wondering. Are they gonna do like, bum bum bum? Is that gonna be like, scrap that? We're doing the Disney Cinderella Castle on everything, or are they gonna be like, hey, like this is still Fox, but it's owned by us now? You know what I'm saying? Are they still gonna have like the Fox logo, the Fox brand name? But it's owned by Disney, or are they gonna just make it Disney?
Yeah. That's are they gonna have the 20th Century Fox logo with the whole dun 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 thing, or are we gonna do the Disney thing and just have each animation studio keep doing its thing? Well, obviously for the well, not animation, but just each studio do its own thing. Obviously, for the Marvel stuff, they're just going to keep doing what they've been doing with the whole MCU logo that they have for Marvel Studios.
Of course.
And then Star Wars, I don't know.
Yeah.
Star Wars, stopped using the 20th Century Fox logo after Force Awakens. So.
I think they're going to keep doing the Disney one. But that was interesting because that was like Lucasfilm buying, like Disney buying Lucasfilm. This is like Disney buying Fox. And Fox owns like X, Y, and Z, you know, the smaller companies. So it'll be interesting to see if they do, because what I'm thinking is like they could, if they like, let's just say for example Deadpool. Let's just say they didn't want to put Deadpool in the MCU, which it appears like they do want it. This is the best example I could think of. But they're like, this isn't like Disney-fied enough for us. Like this doesn't fit under our company's umbrella. So they slap the Fox logo on there, you know. And they like play that. They still get the money, but they still have the what everyone loves about Deadpool. It's like in Tommy Boy. All I want, the goddamn box. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so that'll be interesting to see if they do that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, man. So, dude, how is it gonna happen?
I don't know what is this?
Who's coming? Who's coming into the MCU first?
Oh, man? Into the MCU. I see the most logical thing to do at this point would be, I don't know. I would say, okay, man, it's so hard because both of these things have been done. Okay, so the Fantastic Four has been done pretty bad in the past. but the X-Men has been done
on and off again good. Yeah.
But to the general public, it's been done all right. You know, to the people who aren't film buffs or film nerds, it's pretty well received with the public. And there's a whole bunch of characters you can pull from there. You know, Wolverine. You know, you have Charles Xavier. You have all these like characters who have become like staples of like everyone knows about now. You have all these you can pull from. I would say it would be the best interest to do the X-Men, but on the other hand, the Fantastic Four seems to fit in the MCU so well with Feige's like vision. They just they're a family. The MCU. It just seems to fit. It'd just be one of those origin stories that like Spider-Man. It would just fit in the MCU just so well. So I don't know. What do you think?
I think it'll be really interesting to see how they choose to do it. A lot of people have come up with like big fan theories on how like, well, if they do introduce mutants, how come mutants haven't been around and everything? Well, it's like maybe they have been. Maybe there just hasn't been as many as we know there are in the comics. Because honestly, the only 3 mutants you really have to have, I mean 4 technically, but one of them's just like an event character, that have been mutants for a long time is Xavier, Magneto, and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then Apocalypse, but Apocalypse is kind of like cheating because I mean he's on, and it doesn't really matter because he's unconscious inside the pyramid through most of his life, and so those are really the only ones that are kind of big ones that need to exist before now.
Yeah.
And have to have been existing in the MCU up to this point. Cool thing about this is that Wolverine's story already has a worked-in thing that keeps him hidden. Weapon X.
Yeah.
Like, he could have been Weapon X's pawn. For all we know, he could have been in Hydra.
Yeah.
Alongside Bucky. And Magneto, he's a little bit more difficult. Because he has to have lived through the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Because that would make him like 90 something now.
Yeah.
And
it's just that is another interesting thing because the Holocaust keeps getting farther and farther away, and now it's kind of like, okay, like this guy's getting pretty old. It'll be interesting to see like what they do because they could end up changing some of their like origin stories around. Like there's been so many times in the past where all the fans are like, oh, like this must be what they're going to do because of this, and this of the comics. And they're just like, not really, We're going to kind of pay homage to that, but like, all in all, it's going to be kind of different, Yeah.
And so I trust Disney because they've done good things with characters in the past that they've changed around, especially with characters like Vulture.
Oh, yeah.
Vulture's way better in the movies than he ever was in the comics. And then, They introduced Spider-Man kind of in a different way than we were expecting, because, I mean, most people probably expected an origin story. Didn't want it, maybe, but were probably expecting to see him get bit by the spider, Uncle Ben die, and all that crap, and we still haven't even seen any of that. We don't know how he got bit. We don't know...
which may be in Spider-Man too,
Yeah, maybe we will. But I'm like... and I want them to, because I want to know how this version of Peter Parker got his powers, and how this version's Peter Parker... lost his Uncle Ben.
Parents for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., maybe.
Yeah, that would be cool. And now it's like, there's nothing holding back anything in Marvel now. Because they have all the stuff they need.
Well, technically,
yeah.
Hulk is just kind of a little bit in limbo.
Yeah, but Hulk's still there. He's not, like, not in the MCU. He just can't have his own individual movies, which is stupid, but, I mean...
And there's also probably something with the Fantastic Four. They're probably going to be in some kind of weird limbo like that, just because like Fox kind of owns them, but kind of doesn't.
Yeah, well,
but I'm sure they'll still be in there.
Well, here's the thing: Fox was the one making those movies for the distributor that was like telling them, "Hey, we got to make it this specific way." I'm like, what are you going to tell Disney?
Yeah,
you're not going to release their movie.
Yeah.
I'm like. Yeah, Fox, their superhero movies made a decent amount of money, but they never made anywhere near Black Panther or Infinity War money.
If you're the distributor, you're going to be like, please, make it.
Yeah.
Because you like money,
Uh-huh. And then not only that, but like that, this probably means that they have the rights to the theatrical cuts of the original trilogy of Star Wars.
Yeah, because
right?
now they own the New Hope. Because that was the only one that Disney didn't own the distribution rights for, was New Hope. Mm-hmm. And so, okay, I've been burned by that so many times though that I'm not gonna say they're going to release the uncut editions.
I don't know if they are going to, but it would be really stupid if they didn't. Yeah. It'd be really dumb if they didn't.
Because what you can do is what the Blu-rays for the original TOS Star Trek does. If you buy the Blu-rays, you can watch the original models and everything remastered version, or you can choose to watch the new remastered version that takes out the models and puts in like the CGI ships and everything like that. And they actually have those on the same disc, and they use a Blu-ray technology where like it jumps around to different scenes, you know?
Yeah.
So and like they even have that in the same disc. So give people at least the option. Like release a huge box set that has like, you know, the prequels. I don't really care about the prequels. This would be like what they would do for money, you know? The prequels, the the original trilogy with mastered version, and the sequel trilogy. Like, you know, do you like money? Like everyone would buy that, you know?
Yeah. You know what I think they would even buy even more is if you took the original art from the VHS copies.
Oh my gosh!
And put it onto a Blu-ray pack.
Yeah, I would.
That would be dope.
I would buy the crap out of that.
Yeah, the one character in the MCU. Now we're gonna go back to Marvel. The one character in the MCU that I really want to see integrated well is Wolverine, and Wolverine, I think, and you know how we're kind of using excuses to put Hulk into other people's movies because he can't have his own.
Yeah.
Who better to do that with than a Wolverine movie? Because Wolverine's first appearance wasn't in an X-Men comic; it was in a Hulk comic.
Oh yeah.
His first appearance ever was him fighting the Hulk. I'm like, imagine a movie about Bruce Banner on the run from somebody who's trying to kill him, and like none of the other Avengers are able to help him because they can't find this shadow organization that's trying to hunt him down and trying to assimilate him the same way that they assimilated Weapon X.
Yeah.
And then to finally reveal this thing that's coming after him in a bright yellow costume that has mind control on it or something.
Yeah.
And then he has to fight him and has to tear him in half maybe as the Hulk or something, or chuck him like a spear to get him out of there. It's just like we finally get to see the showdown that's been like persisting. It's like the chicken fight for Family Guy, but with comics. Yeah, because Wolverine and Hulk keep fighting each other all the time.
Yeah, even in the they go way back. Even in the newer Marvel comic, which Marvel keeps releasing and canceling comics, I don't even know where it's at anymore. But they actually, both of the characters got killed, and then they got brought back with like Hulk X, and it was like Hulk and Wolverine like in one mind, and
that's
like
weird.
Hulk had like huge like claws, like so those characters are like always being connected to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I think would be a good way to bring the X-Men in would be doing some name drops on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Like naming like that would be awesome to see. Like if the first X-Men movie comes out to get everybody's buzz around it, and then the next season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is them dealing with mutants instead of Inhumans.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Because, like, if you think about Hydra, you know, they were a secret organization hidden in S.H.I.E.L.D. for so long. You know, and in the Winter Soldier, like, no one in the public knew about Hydra. And people in S.H.I.E.L.D. knew about Hydra, but they assumed that they were all dead. But they were still hidden in S.H.I.E.L.D. So what I'm thinking is, like, do something like that. Like, these mutants have always been here in a secret organization. Yeah. And in the X-Men movie, it's like, you have like Charles Xavier saying like, it's time for us to show ourselves to the world, you know? It's time for the world to know mutants or something like that. And it's like, it's time for us to step out, you know? I think they could do that.
And I think it would be really cool to just see, honestly, it would be cool if like mutants started becoming more plentiful now. And that's why it wasn't a big deal before. Like the Mutant X team starts becoming more exposed to the world. And when they're doing the X-Men, I want them to do it right. I want them to actually go back and do the original team That means I don't want to see Storm. I don't want to see Nightcrawler. I don't want to see Colossus. I don't want to see any of these big guys that we know that we really like that came in the second iteration of the big Team X-Men.
Yeah.
I want to see the original team be the first X-Men movie. Cyclops, Jean Grey, Iceman, Beast, Angel, and Professor X. Just those ones.
Yeah.
And I just want to see those ones trying to deal with the whole mutant epidemic, and then have a Wolverine movie after that where Hulk and Wolverine fight, and then after that you can start expanding more on the mutant problem with like another Avengers movie, or maybe even Avengers versus X-Men would be cool. And then you could even start to bring in the second team in the second X-Men movie. You could have Professor X going on his little scavenger hunt for mutants that he went on in the second iteration, where he found Storm, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Colossus, and all those guys that like now we know as the big heavy hitters of the X-Men universe. And then with Fantastic Four, that's an interesting one. I mean, it would be cool to see just like Reed Richards get his powers now, I guess. But I want to see a Reed Richards that's already good at being Fantastic. And same with
they'll do that.
Rest of them.
I think they'll do that because, like, I don't know. It's really hard because you have to retcon, like, and you have people asking questions like, well, why didn't they come help out in the Avengers or whatever? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's some way you can bring them in and they already have like their powers and stuff. They did that with. You know, and also what you could do is you could do something similar to Spider-Man too, because you could like bring them up in a movie that's like a team movie or like another person's movie. You can bring them up, and it kind of conditions people in a way. You'd be like, oh, okay, they do exist in this universe. Oh, that's cool. And you have like a year or so to get used to them in your mind, and then when they pop up, you're not like freaking out, even though you maybe should be, because like. It's like you already have conditioned to like know. Oh, they're here now.
Do you remember the lead up to when Spider-Man was revealed in Civil War?
Oh my gosh!
Like, do you remember the first time that you heard about Spider-Man in the MCU? Do you know where it was?
I just remember seeing him in the trailer whenever.
Yeah, in the trailer. But there was a time where they mentioned him earlier than that.
No, I don't remember.
At the end of Ant-Man.
Oh yeah! You guys who can climb up walls.
I got a dude who can jump. I got a dude who can climb up walls and everything.
I was like, I remember thinking like,
I was like, oh, Spider-Man!
I was like, is that Spider-Man? Like, they don't have the rights to Nah.
They did the best job of keeping everybody like guessing. Is Spider-Man gonna be in Civil War or not? And then like the second trailer dropped, and like you hear, all right, I've run out of patience. Underoos! And you're like, hey everyone. And everybody lost their freaking minds.
So great, yeah. Now just imagine that for like the X-Men, you know,
or like, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I would like.
Someone knows a guy, you know.
Yeah, because I would love to see a good Fantastic Four movie where the family dynamic is there. I want to see like hell, just give it to freaking Brad Bird to do it because he already did the Incredibles, and that's basically the best version of a Fantastic Four movie that we've got is Incredibles.
You know what you could do if you wanted to do origin story though for Fantastic Four? You could have like, you know, the family, you know, dynamic kind of exists within the Fantastic Four, you know, already. You got all these people who know each other, and you got Reed Richards, and he's kind of like an Elon Musk, you know, but like, you know, doesn't want to sell people dirt blocks for houses, you know. He's kind of like a modern day like, you know, Elon Musk, and what he's invented this like you know, ship to go into space.
Yeah.
But like it has nothing to do with NASA, and he just built it himself, and he's going to send like the first like unmanned like ungovernment, you know, thing to space, and like so like you got like maybe a younger Johnny Storm, you got Reed Richards, you know, and maybe Storm, you know, Johnny Storm. He maybe goes to a certain high school, you know, and he's telling a certain person in Queens, and he's like, "Hey, I'm about to go to space," you know, and you know, you got Parker who's like, "What, you're gonna go to space? That's so cool," you know, and then like, yeah, they're friends, you know, and then like he comes back and like he like
or he's like the new kid at his school, kind of do like a new kid on the block kind of movie.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then he like, you know, he gets his powers, and like that would like kind of, you know, if you name drop him in like a Spider-Man movie, then everyone would be like, oh, like that's Johnny Storm, like
Imagine that being like the after credit scene of Spider-Man 2 is like a new kid coming to his school. He's like, hey, have you heard of this new kid and everything? Yeah. And then it's just like this kid walks in and he's got like the flaming looking hair and is like dressed up real nice because his sister's rich and all that. Yeah. And it's just like, holy crap, it's Johnny Storm.
Dude, they need to make an in-joke about Johnny Storm and Chris Evans at some point.
Yes! Oh because my god! That would be so funny! Oh my god, that would be so great.
He was Johnny Storm. Now...
or like if he just runs into Captain America in an Avengers movie sometime and he's just like, hey, I like the suit or something.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh my god, that would be so stupid and awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Or if Deadpool just references it. Because now, the references that he will be able to make now.
And Deadpool is so crazy.
Oh my god, they're going to be so nuts. Because now, he's going to know about these movies beforehand. Like, you remember when I saw Deadpool, the second Deadpool, and... I told you that there was a joke that I felt that they missed out on. Yeah. Where, like, he's talking about the X-Force and he makes the X with his fists and everything like that. And I'm like, he just missed out on a joke because he does that twice. He says X-Force and then right before they jump out of the helicopter, he goes X-Force again. And I'm like, no, you should have, like, right before jumping out of the plane gone, Wakanda forever!
Yes!
And then jumped out.
Yes.
Oh my god, it would have been so funny. Now... Even if the movie hasn't even come out yet, imagine if, like, Deadpool 2 came out before Black Panther.
Yeah.
And, like, it was a nod forward, kind of like how Pixar puts a nod to the future movie in all of their movies. Like, Disney could do that now because now everyone's on the same page. Like, Deadpool could make jokes about stuff that's not even come out yet.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm wondering, okay? Because we talked about Fantastic Four, we talked about X-Men, we haven't talked about Deadpool. Mm-hmm. So one thing is that it's pretty much like 80-90% sure that he is going to be in the MCU.
Yeah.
Because the head of Disney said he's fine with making Deadpool movies as long as the audience knows what they're in for in the solo movies. Yeah. And he said he would be fine with having him, do that. And plus, you were pointing out that, MCU gets away with a lot of stuff, Devil's
and I'm like, everybody's orgies. Like, so here's the thing. Everybody says, like, I would hate to watch a PG-13 Deadpool movie. And I'm like, okay, well, you get less fucks and less gore, but here's the thing. The comedy wouldn't suffer. Because I'm like, if you watch Thor Ragnarok, there's some bad stuff in that, like things that Deadpool would say, like how they stole a ship that was used for orgies to fly through the devil's anus. Yeah. And I'm sorry, guys, but I think that it could work. Would it be a little less gory and I feel a little bit more constrained? Yeah, but you could also use the constraints as something hilarious. Like, if Deadpool showed up in an Avengers movie where it was PG-13 and he couldn't, cuss as much and everything, and Wolverine was, in the Avengers, he could make so many jokes with that and everything.
It's like, you're not Hugh Jackman.
No, and you only get one F-bomb for PG-13 and make Deadpool, just talk about that so much and then, just a throwaway fuck. Wolverine just says it for no reason, and then Deadpool just loses it like, no!
That'd be so great.
That would be so funny.
It'll be so interesting to see Deadpool in a teen movie, because Feige is so, precise about how these movies work together, and, just to throw a wild card like Deadpool in there, that's going to be really interesting to see how they handle that. But do you think they're going to keep Reynolds?
They better. If they don't, I'm not watching it. I mean, that's the one thing. I'm like, if they cut Reynolds out, it's over for me. I'm like, I'm sorry, no one can be Deadpool the way Reynolds can. Yeah. And some other guy that I watched on YouTube said that he would be fine with it if they just had a really built guy in the suit and then had somebody else do the voice who was an actual comedian, like the guy from the bald guy from Hot Tub Time Machine. Yeah. And I'm like, no, he's not funny the way Reynolds is funny. Yeah. Reynolds is just pure Deadpool funny. Yeah. And it's not, and I feel like he's better funny as Deadpool than actual Deadpool in the comics is. Yeah. Because he has a lot more emotion and heart behind all of his stories and stuff than Deadpool does, because Deadpool's just kind of honestly a douchebag in the comics. He's kind of a dick, and I don't really like reading most of his stories, but I like watching all of his movies because both of them have a lot to do with just having a theme that tugs at your heart. Like, the first one is a love story, and the second one is a family movie.
You know, the second one reminded me more of an MCU movie than anything else.
Yeah, it did.
Comparing it to all the other superhero movies that came out, it felt most in tone like an MCU movie, you know?
And even, like, the brutal deaths, you can still get away with quite a few brutal deaths in PG-13. I mean, just look at how Bucky killed Iron Man's parents.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, there's always this thing about, like, you know, sometimes, like, less is more, and you can, like, you know, always, like, have somebody, like, you know, like, you can have an off-screen gory death, you know? But you can still, like, make a joke out of it, like, maybe, like, the camera.
They even did that in the first Deadpool. He's like, you're gonna want to look away from
Yeah, there you go. Like, you can
this
get
little pick he went to. Ah!
Yeah, you do so much creative stuff to get around the PG-13.
Yeah.
Or maybe Disney would just say, hey, let's do an R movie.
Yeah, and I would love it if they do R, because, I mean, that's the right way to go about it. But I'm just saying it's not going to not be fun if it's not PG-13. It's just going to not be fun if Ryan Reynolds is cut out of this.
Yeah, they just better keep Reynolds.
I swear to God, if they even think about that.
Dude, think about the jokes they could make about the Netflix shows. I just want to joke about that. Like, you know...
It's like, man, the darkest we ever went was a bunch of disabled people trying to fight ninjas.
Yeah, or they can do this. They can be like, he can be like, he's like, we should just get Daredevil. Wait, is that even a thing in this universe?
Yeah,
like, connected, you know? Like,
he's like, where are all the other guys who are edgy and dark? Let's drag in the blind guy and that chick who never smiles.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, because we've always wondered, like, are those things connected? It's like that'd be a fun way to connect it without having to bring them together, just make an in-joke about that.
And, dude, I wonder how much freedom they're going to get after Phase 4, in Phase 4, I mean.
Yeah.
I wonder how much freedom they're going to get in Phase 4, because Ryan Reynolds could, like, transcend the media, too. He could just show up in a Netflix show for no reason, and just start doing crazy Deadpool shit.
I don't see them doing that, but
what if
funny.
Deadpool was a villain for the Defenders? Like, just for one season, that would be amazing.
That would be crazy. I don't see them doing that, but that would be crazy.
Or if X-Force becomes a Netflix series.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
As long as they're not all dead.
Yeah.
And one of them is Peter.
Yep. Sugar Bear never dies, alright? I swear to God, he better show up again, too. I'm like, if my Sugar Bear is gone...
Well, that's the thing, is that because I don't think that this will be the Deadpool who's gone through Deadpool 1 and 2 if he's in the MCU.
I think he should be.
I think he should be too, but I don't think they will. Just because Feige is, you know, he's so, like I said, he's so precise about what happens in these timelines.
Yeah, he is, but I mean, it's Deadpool. Who cares?
It is Deadpool, but like, I wonder if he cares, you know? I wonder what his thoughts on this
I understand that he might care, but I honestly think it's like, yeah, I just think you could make it so much funnier if you didn't make a big deal. Oh, I mean, no, I think you could make it so much funnier if you did make a big deal out of the fact that the continuity doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because there's no way, especially after Deadpool 2, because the X-Men, the Fox X-Men exist in that world. And,
well, he shuts the door on him,
Yeah. And that would be... I mean, it would still be really funny, but there's no way you can, like, fix that continuity. You could just, like, say, hey, guys, like, just have him look at the camera and explain it to you and just be like, get over it, kind of a thing. But
it's interesting because Ryan has said that there probably won't be a Deadpool 3. So I wonder if that, if he knows something that we don't, you know?
That would be awful.
So you want them to, like, have Deadpool 3 be a continuation of Deadpool 1 and 2.
Oh my God, yeah.
How would that work?
Here's the thing. Here's something that could be hilarious. All right.
Okay.
All right. Just think of this movie. Just this title. Deadpool fucks continuity or something like that.
Yeah.
Deadpool screw continuity.
Yeah.
And just have it be the same Deadpool from that thing, and him just like gathering Infinity Stones from his universe or something just so he could jump into our world with all the crap he wants or something. Like, just have him get some sort of item or have a story where it's just about him screwing continuity so he can join Disney's continuity. And he's just like, at the end, he's like, I made it! Everybody, I'm here! And he's just, and like, everybody's, like, the entire Avengers team is there. No, he's like staring at him. Yeah. And he's just like, yeah, and like he's like, play the Avengers music, and it just starts actually playing. Like everybody's like looking around, like, what the hell? Deadpool. And he's like, I made it, I'm here. And
that would be great.
Yeah, it would just be so funny. Like, just have a whole movie that takes place in his continuity that's just about him jumping through his continuity into the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would definitely be interesting.
Oh my God. And then everybody would love it. I mean, like, who cares that it doesn't make sense? Just like Colossus would like be in on it or something, and him just like losing his mind, like that he's in a totally different reality, and Deadpool's just totally fine with it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's just so much you could do with it, and so it's done.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about it anymore. Comcast
now
can go suck a dick. And
now he doesn't have to worry about when will it happen? Like when, like do they already have a plan? You know,
yeah, he does. Feige already said in an interview he's just waiting for the go ahead. Like, he's like, I'm just waiting for you to say yes. So what if
when is Phase 4 announcement
here's the thing, dude. How much time do we have? A lot of time between now and when the next Avengers comes out.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're gonna try and like film something really quick and shove
I don't think so.
A tease in there, or even an after credit scene?
Maybe an after credit scene, but I don't, because they already finished the second one. Yeah. They filmed those back to back, so they're probably already almost done with that. You know, so I don't see getting that, and plus it's more of like a finishing story for the original Avengers, not a place to introduce new ones. That's so I can see an end credit scene maybe as like a new beginning, but I don't see, because we don't even know what's gonna happen. Is Iron Man gonna die? Is Cap gonna die? What's gonna change? Are all the original team members gonna die, and like we have to get a new Avengers? Like
a lot of people would be really upset if they went like the route that the comics are right now, because like nobody who is an original Avenger is an original Avenger right now. Yeah. Like Thor's Jane Foster, the Hulk is I don't remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
But and then Sam Wilson is Captain America, and Riri Williams is Ironheart, and so there's just a lot there that I think people would get upset about, but which I don't think that they're right for it, getting upset about that, because honestly this had to change, especially in the movie universe. This has to change eventually.
It has to change eventually.
There's no way that Downey can do this forever.
Let's switch gears just for a second and just talk about Phase 4. You know, just for a second, because I'm actually really interested in. We're talking about X-Men and all this stuff, but like, what you're
talking about the continuity, like the characters we already know?
Yeah,
are in
like
there.
Do you think that like Bucky is gonna be Captain America?
I would prefer Bucky specifically. I mean, Sam would be cool.
He would be cool, but he has his own thing going, and I like the Falcon.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like everybody's all like, well, Falcon should do it because he's a hero. I'm like, no, I think that Falcon shouldn't do it because he's a hero.
Exactly. Where's the struggle then? You know?
I'm like, Bucky, there's an interesting story to tell with him trying to redeem his past actions to the world, not just to himself.
Yeah.
And prove that he's not Winter Soldier anymore, but that he can be the Captain America they need today.
Yeah.
And Black Widow's a big part of his story. And she was also used by an evil organization to do things she didn't want to do. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff they could do there. If they wanted to have Hulk and Black Widow break up and have Bucky and her do a thing for a while, that would be cool.
Yeah.
If they wanted to just, replace Thor, I wouldn't really want Thor. I think that the only two Avengers I really want to stay are Bruce Banner and Thor. I want them to stay.
Chris Hemsworth is really good, but let's just say eventually, because this is gonna happen eventually.
Yeah.
Who would you want to replace Thor if they did
I know exactly who I'd want to replace Thor. Lady Sif.
Lady Sif. Wow. Yeah, that'd be interesting. And she's not dead yet. So
no, she's not, because she was off screen because I think her actress was doing like a different project at the time, and that's why she wasn't there. But in Ragnarok. But yeah, I would love Lady Sif, because we've had hints of the fact that her and Thor have a past, but like, We need more, you know?
In Norse mythology, they're just straight up married, you know?
Yeah.
So...
Which is what I think that they should do with, like, another Thor movie, is, like, bring back Sif, actually make her a good character, and take some time on her.
Yeah.
And then have them fight things out in space, doing weird space shit.
Yeah.
And then, maybe have Thor either die or become unworthy, and then Sif picks up the hammer and turns into the new Thor. And I think that would be kind of cool if they wanted to, like, you know, just... inch Odin's son out of being Thor for a while.
Yeah.
And it would even be cool if Thor, the actual Thor, just stepped aside just to be king of Asgard, so that she could go off and do her Thor thing wherever the hell she wants to do.
Yeah.
And and then on top of that, the Hulk, I don't know who I'd want to be. I honestly think that what they should do is just get She-Hulk in there.
That'd be cool for She-Hulk. She-Hulk's a very different character than Hulk, though.
Yeah, but I mean, the icon is still there.
Yeah.
And the name is still there. And so what I'm saying is, like, if we're talking about new Avengers, if we wanted to, like, make a new team, I'd go Bucky as Captain America, I'd go She-Hulk as the new Hulk character, and then Sif as the new Thor.
What about Iron Man?
Iron Man, I have no idea.
I
would never want War Machine to become Iron Man.
No.
I would want War Machine to stay War Machine. But
what about Riri?
Riri, I don't think so, because I mean, it would have to be on how they decide to integrate her, like, because she'd be new, like brand new. But you know, I think who could work is Shuri from Black Panther.
Yeah, that would work.
Because at the end of Black Panther, he's talking about how she's going to run the technology and science division of the Wakanda Outreach Program. And I'm like, that's in New York. So
that would be so
what
fun.
if she just shows up and she's the new... she becomes Ironheart.
I would like that. That is like the most... I don't know if anyone's ever said that they've wanted that or anything, but now I want that. Yeah. I didn't even know I wanted that, because that'd be so funny, because she'd be like, this is so cool!
She'd just be having so much fun.
Yeah, like
I'm flying over New York City! And everything.
Yeah, that would be like the funniest shit ever. And I'm game for that. I would rather her be
I feel like there would be a lot of internet controversy all over it, because then 3 of the 4 main Avengers would be women.
Yeah.
And but I think that it would actually be really cool, because all 3 of those female characters could be interesting, because one, She-Hulk is an established character in the comics that has been around for a long time, and you could slowly integrate her, and you have a lot of source material to work with on how to integrate her.
Yeah. And with Shuri being Ironheart, like, no one can say, like, she doesn't deserve to be Ironheart. It's like, no, like, she does. We already know she's smart as hell. Yeah. So, like, don't at me with that shit, you know?
Yeah. And then with Sif, it would take one more movie to really get her good, so that she could, you know, live up to the Thor hammer, you know.
What about, Sif, I like that, but what about Valkyrie?
Valkyrie would be another cool one, because obviously she's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
And she's funnier.
Like, oh man, talk about controversy. Now we have 2 women. Now both of them are black for our... Talk about controversy.
Geez, now that you say that, I think that Valkyrie actually would be a more fun choice. I don't know. I feel like Sif just got so shafted.
She did, but think about this though. With that, we'd have more of a serious Thor movie again. Yeah. Where what Taika Waititi direction is more of a fun Thor. Yeah. And Valkyrie fits that more.
Yeah, that's true.
Than Sif, unless they change Sif's character, which they changed Thor, so might as well change Sif. But
yeah. And it would be cool to see, like, even in a Thor movie where Valkyrie or Sif is Thor, and Valkyrie or Sif shows up in that story to fight alongside them, and like make a team of fantasy characters that are in a Thor movie that is led by a woman. But what also would be kind of cool is to see young Avengers start coming in, and maybe have Spider-Man be like the Iron Man to them.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Have him be the leader, since he was basically like Iron Man's apprentice through all of his movies.
His protege, yeah.
Yeah. And it would be cool, because, we're obviously going to get more Avengers members. Wolverine is a new Avengers member, and he'll probably show up in an Avengers movie at some point now. And then...
got Iceman, maybe.
You throw Iceman in there. If you want to go with young Avengers, you go, like, even Miles could come in as a younger Spider-Man.
Yes!
And,
Do it!
After a few more years of, like, Tom Holland Spider-Man getting older and going to college and doing all kinds of stuff, and then you could have a younger Spider-Man come in again and have him have a totally different story. Yep, Ms. Marvel would be cool. And I talked about that in our Iron Man review of how they should integrate Kamala into the MCU a little bit.
Oh, nice. So we'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
What about, here's what I want, and they're probably going to do this because they never connect their shows and their movies, but I want Cloak and Dagger to be in the MCU because I watched the 3rd episode last night. You probably only watched up to the second one. But, like, I'm loving that show. Like, it feels like a show, a spin-off, and not like a movie, but, like, they can take those characters and put them in a movie and make them movie quality because those are 2 great characters and they're shaping up to be awesome, and that would be a cool Young Avengers.
I feel like the storyline of that show so far that I've watched, I like it a lot. I like where it's going. I just feel like it doesn't have the quality of a movie yet, and it would be cool to see those characters get that kind of treatment because they're interesting and they have a cool story to tell, and they're already like knee deep in a lot of difficult situations that they have to deal with right now, and it would be cool to see like these kind of people who are just down on their luck, younger than most of the older Avengers that have been around for a really long time, having to deal with being superheroes on top of all the other problems that they have right now. And so Phase 4 has everything going for it. Just hopefully it uses everything to its advantage, as Marvel has been doing, unlike Star Wars, who has been taking all the things that it had going for it and just like setting them aside and ignoring them. But now maybe we'll get new leadership with Star Wars and how it's getting directed with like this whole new deal now that we have the rights to the original trilogy and people see like how much they liked the original trilogy and how we could go forward doing something new that feels the same still, like
come on, Old Republic.
Yeah, exactly. The Old Republic, honestly, that's the only way to save Star Wars at this point, is just, like, get out of all the stuff that has to do with anything with the Galactic Civil War. Go to a time and place where nothing can mess with continuity, and you can just start with Star Wars from scratch.
Here's the trailer right here. It's like, for years, the Jedi were guardians of peace in the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Boom! There you go. Yeah, that's your trailer.
Yes. For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic.
And then you like fade into boom,
It's like, and then like you just hear a bunch of lightsabers igniting and like an entire army of Jedi versus an entire army of Sith clashing. And title done. All right.
Awesome. Then you get to see Jedi in their prime. Better than the prequels.
Yeah, because the prequels, I'm sorry, they don't look good. I'm like, those Jedi, they suck at everything. They get killed by guys with guns easy every time. I want to see Jedi where they're like as powerful as Iron Man going up against a Hydra agent, Yeah. It's like, I want it to be like nothing to them to go up against the hordes of guys with guns. I want it to be where the only intimidating thing that can happen for a Jedi is to run into a Sith. And it would be cool. There's a lot of stories you can tell with that. You can tell about like the differences, the politics between Jedi, Sith, and normal people. The politics about like how the Republic is using the Jedi, even people who are prejudiced against Force users.
Yeah.
You can do all kinds of crazy shit that you can't do in Star Wars right now because everyone who uses the Force is dead or dying or like the last of their kind. Yeah. And I'm sick of it. I want more.
Okay, I just thought of something. Really, just thought of something.
Yeah.
What about Alien? What about Kingsman?
Yeah!
What about all these other Fox movies?
Dude,
what is going to happen?
Disney's the franchise machine. They got Star Wars, they got Marvel. They could make a Kingsman cinematic universe, and I'd lose my mind because I love Kingsman.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't want them to stop making Kingsman movies. Because here's the thing with the MCU. Like, they are so good with saying, like you're a creator, like, you create this is going to be part of a larger thing, but you do your own thing. Yeah. And I really hope they like let the guy who's making Kingsman, like they say, like, keep making this. We want to see more of this. We want to make it a cinematic universe, though. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Alien. Let's make Alien like hashtag make Alien great again.
Yeah, right.
Bring it back to the old stuff, right? I mean, I don't know what else is in what else is in Fox. I mean, I know, like, it'll be interesting because The Simpsons is in Fox and all that stuff. I wonder if they'll just, like, be like, yeah, you guys, you do what you do. You've been doing it for years. Like, you're good.
Yeah, I mean...
Family Guy, all that stuff.
Yeah, and then the Planet of the Apes.
Oh my gosh.
Planet of the Apes is also that one, and they've been talking about doing reboots for the original Planet of the Apes movies. Those are some good movies that are due for an update. At least the first one's good.
At least, the first one's really good, and I would love to have an update. And I would love to see Disney do what they kind of did for The Force Awakens, where they say, we're going to use some CGI, but we're also going to use practical effects too.
Yeah, because honestly, the only good thing about the Marky Mark Planet of the Apes movie was the makeup.
They did the makeup.
Yeah, the makeup looked epic for that, and I would love to see a reboot of the original ones where the makeup is that good.
Yeah,
and a movie that is as good as the ones that Andy Serkis has been putting out. You know, because Andy Serkis is kicking ass.
I can't remember. It was I'm pretty sure it was someone spoken in the one of the movies of the original Planet of the Apes. I can't remember. I was watching the commentary for the new ones, and they were saying that like somewhere in the lore, they said the first word an ape ever said was no.
Yeah.
You know, and like you can even have like in the reboot, you can be like. It's like the book says, the first word ever spoken by ape to a man was no. And you just have, like, Caesar, no! Bring that back. And, they have this whole, religious society like in the old, like in the old ones. And have that, message of, religion twisting people's viewpoints and doing violent things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. Have that. I want that message to still be in there, but in a new, updated one.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many things that they're going to have that they can play around with. It's Marvel, it's Star Wars, it's now
they own the Muppets
Fox
too.
X-Men stuff. What?
They own the Muppets too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they own Jim Henson Studios, and because of that, they're making a Dark Crystal prequel on Netflix.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
What's been happening with that? It's been taking forever.
Well, I mean, it's puppets, man. So I mean, it's not like you just whip out some cheap CGI right away.
I get that.
They're making the puppets. They're doing the story. So like, it's still coming out. It's gonna be like next year, or the year after that, or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, they have Die Hard now, apparently.
Oh, they have Die Hard. Let's keep
the 20th Century Fox one.
Either don't make another Bruce Willis one. Either reboot it or
at all. Honestly, what I would just like them to do is just re-release the original trilogy of Die Hard movies on Blu-ray and like an epic new pack.
Yeah,
that has a lot more like behind the scenes footage and stuff. Don't mess with it though; it's already awesome, and they ruined it.
Titanic reboot, Titanic 2, Titanic in space. God. Come on!
Oh my God, there's a lot of stuff here. There's they even had somewhat of an animation studio with robots and Ice Age and stuff. Maybe they can make Ice Age good again. Ice Age hasn't been good since the second one, I guess. I mean, the second one wasn't even that good.
If they might if they kick Blue Sky in the butt and get them to shape up, then maybe.
Well, here's the thing. I'm like, does that mean that they owned all their animation then? Does that give them a whole new animation studio?
Yeah, that's crazy if they have Blue Sky. They're like, all right, Blue Sky, we're going to teach you a thing or two about animation. Pixar cracks knuckles.
Oh, and it's not just Alien that they got either. It's Predator.
Oh, yeah, Predator. Oh, dude. Alien v Predator reboot. Make it good, though. Yeah. Not or crappy. Dude, make a good one.
Imagine Predator in the timeline of Alien, like in the future, in the 70s.
Yeah,
Alien.
They would be like the freaking best hunters ever by that point.
Yeah, because the only thing that I even really like about Predator is the Predator.
Yeah,
everything else in the movies is kind of shitty.
The second one was aight.
The second one was okay, but it still was it was just, let's put this big old monster with a bunch of weapons. Let's basically put Boba Fett on steroids in a city and just have him kill a bunch of criminals. We've seen that a bunch of times. Why not have Predator tracking the alien across space in the future when Alien takes place? And then the alien ends up on a human outpost like in Aliens, and the Predator has to protect the humans on that planet. Because its primary purpose is to hunt the aliens to extinction. Yeah. Because
maybe they're like before in the old ones they hunted humans. Maybe they're humans are totally below us now. There's absolutely no sport with our technology to hunt humans, and they have to hunt aliens now. So they're just protecting the human from the aliens just because. I've always thought of the Predators as like the rednecks of the universe.
Yeah.
Like their whole thing is like, we're gonna get a bunch of big fucking guns and we're gonna hunt some shit across the galaxy. Yeah. It's like, let's do it, man. Like there's totally like just like the rednecks of the galaxy. Like, you know what? I just went to this other planet and I got this cool new gun. Mm-hmm. And also this guy covered himself with mud, so we probably should get some fucking mud technology.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They always defeat the Predator the same way too. You know, it's always like
he dies, he bombs himself to death, and then that's it. It's always the same. But there's like a lot of cool things that they got. They can do anything with them. They have so many things to choose from and what they can start putting money toward. And I mean, their Infinity War money is pretty good right now. So.
Like, Disney laughs at $65 billion.
Like,
you know,
like we'll give you the because Disney's first offer was like $55 billion or something like that, and then Comcast comes in, he's like, well, we will give it to you in cash, and we'll give it to you $65 billion, and Disney's just like, you're funny, and then they just drop the money.
Boom. Wait, what is it? Oh. Horton Hears the Who was produced by 25.
Wait, what?
It was produced by Blue Sky, who does Ice Age and stuff like that.
Oh my god, they own Seuss!
Yeah.
Oh my god, they can fix it! They can fix Dr. Seuss for me!
Do it.
There's not been a single good Dr. Seuss movie ever made.
Here's what they need to do, and I don't know if they would do this, but I would say just get a 2D animation going. Mm-hmm. With Seuss, because I feel like that's the best way Seuss would work.
That would be really cool if they brought back 2D animation as an art form. Just to like make a universe for Seuss's like world. Yeah, and actually be authentic to the books. Instead of making this stupid fucking Grinch movie that's coming out this year.
Well, that's the Illumination, not Blue Sky. Oh, yeah. So it's like
wait a minute.
Is Seuss just maybe Seuss is just like.
Is
like
just
for everyone.
Domain,
yeah, I think it's just public domain at this point.
Well, why can't Disney just come and fix it?
Yeah. What are you waiting for, Disney? It's been there the whole time.
Oh, yeah. They could make a cinematic universe out of space chimps.
Oh yes, let's not do that. How about that was? Oh my god! No,
there's so much crap here.
There's so much stuff they own. The Fantastic Mr. Fox.
They can make Dragon Ball Evolution 2.
No, don't do that. That's dumb. I don't even know if they would still have the rights to that after what they pulled.
Well, now them having Avatar in their actual universe, it makes sense for them to put an Avatar world in Disney's parks and stuff.
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson? Yeah, they could try that again.
Let's not. Oh, they own the A-Team now. Do another A-Team. I liked the A-Team movie. I don't care what anyone says. I liked that movie.
It wasn't awful.
It was a fun movie, and that's all.
We're just going down the list of all the crap that they can.
That's all the A-Team was just that. Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh,
give me my Chronicles of Narnia.
Wait a minute, no. Hang on.
Wait,
because that was already made by Disney. The original.
Oh, the original one, and then they gave it to Fox.
No, I think that Fox just distributed it. I think.
And well, look at this. It says co-production with Walden Media and Dune Entertainment. And co-production.
Well, this is specifically Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So maybe they sold it to Fox.
They sold it, but now they own it again now. So maybe they're like, hey,
fix it.
Let's do like. Maybe.
I mean, Lord of the Rings is making a comeback on Amazon, I guess.
Yeah.
So why the hell not? Let's throw Chronicles of Narnia in there now. And then,
give me my Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, dude, they could make more Diaries of a Wimpy Kid movies.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I love.
That's great.
Oh, good. And so...
oh, man. Ice Age. We already talked about that.
Yep.
The Life of Pi. Mm-hmm. Some of these aren't like... the Croods... Well, that's DreamWorks, though. Yeah, that's DreamWorks. So it was just distributed. Yeah, you gotta check the other box here. Yeah. You have DreamWorks. They distribute a lot. They do a lot of distributing. They do.
Mm-hmm. They have Maze Runner.
Wait. Does that mean that all these things that we're seeing that say distribution, does that mean they own the distribution rights? Does that mean Pixar, the company that owns Pixar, owns the distribution rights to DreamWorks films?
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
No.
The Kingsman, of course. Gotta do that.
That's right there.
Oh, let's do it.
No.
Maze, that's over. That's already over. Yeah, nobody cares about that.
I'm looking.
Kung Fu Panda is distributed. Why do I keep looking at the DreamWorks stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, of course, Deadpool.
Yep. No.
Man. I guess they
have the Assassin's Creed.
No, distribution only.
So they'll make money off of whoever tries to make another Assassin's Creed movie that we're definitely gonna get. Wait, they didn't make any money.
Of course, Alien. Maze Runner's over. Deadpool, of course. There's that Gambit movie that's been it. That's never coming out now. Oh my God. That is never coming out.
I hope that Disney kills it and doesn't let me watch Channing Tatum try to be Cajun.
That's been off and on. And whoa, hold on a second here. Mm-hmm. What about these? Avatar. What's the situ with that?
That's the blue Avatar, dude.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What's the situation with that now?
We talked about that. Avatar, now they can put like the thing in their park that they were thinking about, and then they also are gonna make probably a shitload of sequels out of that James Cameron movie.
Because James Cameron wants to make a whole bunch of sequels, so I guess now they're gonna be like, yeah.
Now they got Disney money to do it, and
whatever.
Yeah, but they got Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, well, I mean, they got they got Bob's Burgers, they got Simpsons, they got Family Guy, American Dad. So it's interesting because I almost wonder how much they're gonna say, oh, we are specifically want you to make something out of this again. Like, tell the studios you have to make a new Kingsman or something like that. Uh-huh. Or like how much they're just gonna be like, yeah, you just keep doing what you're doing. Whatever. Like, how is that gonna work? Because they. The only thing they didn't buy is, like, the sports and the news, because who the fuck wants Fox News? Nobody
wants that shit.
Not even the people who watch TV want it.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, they've got it. It's here.
Got it.
It's going to happen.
We'll see how it all works out with, the animation studios and all this stuff in the future, I guess. We'll just have to wait. And just as a fan, you don't have to worry anymore. Okay,
X-Men are coming.
Here's what I'm actually worried about a little. This is my only worry. And it's not even that big of a one, because I would rather have Disney have it than have this, but Legion. Because I like Legion so much. Because they're like, we don't give two shits. You want a silent film? Boom. You want, like, trippiness, boom, boom. They just like throw all the genres in the show, and it's really cool. And they're getting another season for sure. It's already been coming out.
Yeah.
So I'm just but I would rather have Disney have X-Men than Legion continue, but because they own FX now,
Yeah.
So Gifted and all that stuff is under them, but I don't know. So that's my only worry, that would say.
Yeah. The only thing I just need them to do is re-release the original trilogy of the theatrical cuts on Blu-ray. Officially,
Will they do it?
It needs to happen. You need to stop holding it back. I don't care what Lucas wanted. What Lucas wanted was stupid.
Yep, it was dumb. I want to be able to watch it, and everyone's like, "Oh, like I don't even think there's anything that would break canon if you release the special edition."
No,
like Han didn't shoot Greedo first. Like, who gives two shits?
Nobody talks about the fact that he got shot at first. I'm like. Nobody talks about the fact that Jabba repeated the exact same lines that Greedo told him one scene earlier in A New Hope. Nobody talks about Hayden Christensen Ghost. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It just needs to not, alright?
Yeah.
Hell, I wouldn't even mind if they went in and did their own special edition to just kind of fix some of the things like, the Emperor's hologram in Empire Strikes Back. Because the dialogue in the original scene is way better than the one we get in the special edition. Because it just doesn't even make sense. Because Vader talks like he doesn't even know that Luke Skywalker exists in that one. When it says in the crawl that he's looking for him.
Yeah.
And then... and all you really had to do was just darken it so that you couldn't see the Emperor's face at all.
Yeah.
And... I don't know, man. It just annoys me. I'm like... It needs to happen. There's no reason why it shouldn't, and there is every reason why it should.
God, do you like money? Because that will
money.
make you money, Disney. Because we will buy it.
Yeah. I like money. I like giving it away to things that I like. So
yeah, it's like Avatar got released on Blu-ray, and boom, hey, buy that up.
Now all they have to do is buy Warner Brothers, and then we're good.
Oh my gosh, that's the thing is like they own pretty much everything now,
except for Harry Potter and DC, and that's it, probably.
So do you think we'll ever live in a future where Disney tries to buy Warner Brothers?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
that's
also, I feel like we're gonna live in a world where Disney is by and large from Pixar.
Yeah, that's funny though because they made that movie, So.
Yep, I think that's gonna be like the future. Is Disney's just gonna feed us all of our entertainment, and that'll be how it is. And then everything's just gonna be a subdivision. Of
we're
Disney.
So excited about all this. All this we get the X-Men, we get to Fantastic Four, but that is kind of a little interesting to have one company pretty much giving us 90% of our entertainment. That's
yeah.
What are the effects of that?
I'm they're already releasing God knows how many movies a year.
Yeah.
Because we get 3 Marvel movies a year, 1 Star Wars movie a year, and then 2 Pixar movies, is it? Or 1 or 2 Pixar movies, and then a Disney Animation Studios movie.
Yeah, 1 Pixar
and then
movie.
1 Pixar movie because and then we get the Disney Animation Studios where Wreck-It Ralph
breaks the internet. Breaks the internet.
And
yeah.
It's so many of the movies that are coming out are just owned by Disney in one way or another, and now there's going to be even more.
Though.
Most of them, yeah.
Most of them good. I don't have much hope for Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet.
I have hope for Wreck-It Ralph. I don't have hope for Solo because it's already out and I already know it's bad.
Oh well, Star Wars and I don't know.
I'm they're not perfect, but they are fixing Marvel.
Yeah,
and that's the only thing I really cared about because I don't think. Even if someone else owned Star Wars, I think Star Wars was just broken by the prequels, and there was no way to redeem it, really, unless you really, really, really cared about Star Wars and knew how to make cool lightsaber fights for the people who liked the prequels, even though the lightsaber fights in the prequels were stupid, and also knew how to capture the emotion and the real effects. The closest we got was Force Awakens, and Force Awakens, even it kind of suffered from... some of the CGI stuff like Maz and Snoke and suffered from not understanding how the Force works necessarily with Maz's lines and could have just, benefited from carrying on the stuff that it set up. And instead of doing that, The Last Jedi decided, hey, let's just not even make a Star Wars movie and just slap the Star Wars name on it. So that's the thing. It's I don't think Star Wars could have been... this is about probably the best we could have hoped for, and it's still not that good.
Yeah.
And so, unless there's somebody out there who knows how to just save Star Wars, I think we're pretty much boned in that area. But Marvel isn't. Yeah. And Marvel has hope. And that's the one thing I want for DC also, is I want it to have hope. And the only glimmer of hope in DC is Wonder Woman, and even Wonder Woman isn't really all that good.
Man, if they bought Warner Brothers, then Disney would do it right, man.
Mm-hmm. Harry Potter's good.
Harry Potter's good.
Harry Potter has never, gone down into the dumps and been terrible, ever.
Fantastic Beasts was, was good. Mm-hmm. The second one looks like it's going to be good, too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
There's not a ton of franchises out there that can say that they can stay good throughout the whole thing. No. I feel like one of them that could, just be fun forever is the Lego franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, but now we're getting way off topic, and this is basically, that's what the point of the video is. Fox is in Disney now. And now Disney can use Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm, and all the X-Men, and
the Skrull.
And the Skrull. Well, they could have used the Skrull either way, but now they can
Super
use...
Skrull.
Yeah, they can use Super Skrull now. They can use Galactus!
Yes! Oh, I forgot about that.
And Doom!
And we all know that's where the MCU is going. It's going galactical. So we'll get to see Dormammu, Galactus, all these huge mega beings.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so much better.
Is there any other...
It's already good because they had to start out with a small bit of heroes here and there, take what they could to make it work, and now they have everything available to them. The only thing that's difficult about this is every time that a franchise has had everything available to them, it's turned to shit.
Dude, like, Feige's not going to let that happen to us.
I hope not.
Feige's not going to let that happen to us.
As long as he stays on Marvel, then I'll be happy. But it's going to be difficult.
Help us, Feige. You're our only hope.
Yes. Oh, my God. So.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
That's it. X-Men in the MCU. Fantastic Four in the MCU. Fun. Good things. Yeah. Happy things. Lots of money. All right. Bye.
No, whoa. You got to do our signature outro.
Oh.
Do you even remember it? You made it up!
I know I made it up.
It's got to give the people what they want.
I know, but we're going to record that after. All right.
Okay.
No, okay. Well, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye! Later.
Hey everybody, support us on Patreon. Remember, we're not your boss, we're your friends. Subscribe, like this video, and share it around because Disney bought Fox and everyone needs to know. Tell the people!
Go tell it on the mountain.
Bye.
Later.